name is Scott for SB Gaming. We're back here in Her Story, and I'm recording this on Wednesday morning. I decided to leave enough time for episodes 1 and 2 to go out, just in case there were any suggestions that were posted on those videos in the comments. The only comment that I've received so far is for the term family, which we can definitely do, but if you are following along, definitely let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see any specific terms searched for to bring up some interesting clips. Please don't spoil it for anyone who may be watching who hasn't seen this before. So yeah, with that said, let's just get started where we last left off. And fortunately, the user session here does not end when, or get cleared out when you close out of the game. So we have all these clips here that we can return to if necessary. But the last search term that we went for was affair. There are 3 times, or 3 clips that she used the word affair 1 or more times. And yeah, these are the previous terms that we have used. And we got down to husband, so everything after that, those were all used in the second episode. So what I'm going to do is see what she says about family. And we have 6 entries found. Access is of course limited to the first 5. So if we want to find that 6th entry, we'd either have to search for one of the terms that she uses or family plus something else that's in that video, which may be easier said than done. Anyway, let's go on to this first clip. It is from June 25th, 1994, and if I'm not mistaken, okay, those videos there, that's from the 18th, so those are a week before this video, and this is 2 days before this video when she was in the orange. Yep. Alright, so let's see what she has to say about family in this 29-second clip.
Yeah, when I was at school, I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay. So there was a lot in there, mom and dad, but we might as well... Mum she uses rather than mom. So we will put those in as tags. I will add it to the session. Let's take a look to see what else that would be.
When I was at school,
Do a search
I
for
worked
school as well.
part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there.
You know, I'm also going to put in school, shop, part-time. These are all terms we might want to search for. That's why I'm just recording them here. And this is useful to go back and see, okay, have we searched for these terms? Anyway.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. Family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay. You know what? For reasons, I'm going to put in shy. So these are terms that we could potentially search for. But with that said, let's move on to this clip and see 43 seconds. It is from the 1st of July.
No, I was 15. Carl was older.
Who's Carl?
17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but Those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Alright, so Carl, there's also church. Who knows? This is pretty much a put in whatever terms you can to try to pull up clips that you haven't seen. Of course, the clips that show up earlier in this series of videos will, of course, get shown first. So any later videos, of course, we'll have to find in another way. And so I was about to say that this clip was from July 1st, 1994, which was on which day? Yep. So these two clips here. All right. And yeah, this clip came before these two, so we might want to go back there just to refresh our memory on, but we are going to click play on this one again.
No, I was 15, Carl was older, 17 I think.
15, is that going to be important? 17?
I was
Not really.
into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and
Split up after about
what
6
experiences they help you realise. It was sad. But those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know?
Like family. All right, so Carl and church. Let's move this up here because of reasons. Yeah, we can definitely hang on to that. Let's go on to this next 13-second clip. The same day, and actually about a half a minute later. Actually, okay, that doesn't. Yeah, about that. 43 seconds. How is that clip? That clip was like 43 seconds, which would take this into. Okay, so this is immediately following. All right, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Interesting. So, back when we did a search for Simon, this is one of the clips that would have popped up, but of course, it was beyond the first 5, so I'm guessing this one came immediately following this. There was no actual break in between, because the first thing she says is family, unless the detective had a chance to slip something in.
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Alright, so basically her story is, yeah, there was a Carl, and she was into him, but then he disappeared, and there's a few others, and then Simon came along. Interesting. Alright. Was there anything relevant to
Family.
add to this?
So, fucked off, and then there were other boys.
And there's Simon. No, nothing really important we need to return to that clip about. So I'm going to move on to this one, which is from July 3rd. It is part of these clips here, which is around the time where they are starting to suspect Simon's death and disappearance is a murder. And 11:33, it actually comes between these two clips here. So we are 1 minute 24, really? This is going to take a little while. Anyway, let's take a look at this one.
Florence was a warm, kind person,
Florence.
but she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
Sounds familiar.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again.
Florence.
I guess it was harder.
Widow.
A war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Alright, terms I might want to pay attention to are Florence, widow. That sounds like could be an interesting one. Let's take a look at this one again.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. I never really spoke to her. Put it together later. She had loved children, planned to have a large family.
Children. Oh,
That was back when you married for life.
there's one other term, broken, I think. Or biscuit.
Found a biscuit tin. She was a widow from her 20s.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess it was different then.
War
There was more to
widow.
it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. You know, let's see what comes up for biscuit. Biscuit and children. Alright, I'm going to add that to the session, so I'll have those terms. But let's take a look at this next 38-second clip. This comes about... it's 11:33. This comes almost immediately after. Actually, it does.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They
Eve.
talked about it, and I'm going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood.
What was the question?
Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
She's been potentially accused of murdering Simon, and she's talking about Eve. Don't know if there was anything else.
It was just
in
me
her.
and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Yeah.
They talked about it, and I'm going to try when this family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to... It's hard to know if this is all true. That I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread. Maybe I...
Misunderstood.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Really? Hard to remember, or you don't remember because you made it up? Well, I'm going to add that to the session because I'm going to pay attention to that name. You know what? I'm going to search for Eve right now. Probably isn't important, but... Oh, 7 entries found. Well, this and... So we found one of the clips with Eve, so there's another clip that we won't be able to check until we find it through another means. Anyway, let's go on to this 16-second clip, which happened on June 30th, which is about a day before this clip, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, a few days after that clip. Of course, at this point in time, I probably don't even remember what those clips were all about. I'd have to go back and listen to them. Anyway, this took a... Yep.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Really?
Well, my friend Eve.
You had a friend Eve,
She was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it.
employer or
Really hate her sometimes.
the woman you were talking about in this clip here a week before, roughly? This clip you were talking about well, okay. About that. I don't think there's anything relevant or useful we can pull out of this.
I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
You know what? The term hate. Let's see if she hates anything else. Let's go on to this next clip, which was not that much. Yeah, all these 4 clips are all part of the same conversation. 42 seconds.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Really?
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
You're telling this to the police.
But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, about that. You might want to get that checked. So, she doesn't seem very sympathetic. Almost, fondly remembering the memories. Let's take a look at it again.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach. And
Beach. Beach, water.
Just wanted to kill her, watch her drown.
Anything else?
It was a love-hate relationship.
Beach, water, love, relationship. These are all terms I'd like to search for, so I'll add them to the list of the ongoing list of terms. Let's take a look at this 43-second clip. And yeah.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Portsmouth. Was it Bob Dylan? Was that the name? Let's take a look at it again.
Police station. Yeah. When I was young, We ran away on my birthday.
Her and
Bob
Eve ran
Dylan
away.
was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
London tour bus.
The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, fare, so he told the police. So Bob Dylan was to his tour bus and have him take us with him, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up from the station. My friend Eve.
All right. Yeah. London tour bus. Let's leave that for now. Make sure it's added to the session. Yep. Yep, I'm going to add everything to the session. How are we doing for the database checker? I'm assuming this must be the last clip that we searched for. We still have a long way to go. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 24 times 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's about 240 plus 24s. Yeah, it's a lot. 264 plus however much is here. Yeah, that's and this is all we have. Oh, jeez. Well, let's while we still have a little bit of time, let's take a look at this clip and see what we got here. Hannah. Who is Hannah?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Oh.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Hannah is her name. Hannah's story. I see. So clearly the detective or investigator is outside the room, and she's just sitting here waiting for him to come back. Oh, Hannah. Although, I'm curious, what did she say her own name in one of these? Yeah, for now, I am going to go to the clip, but I'm going to just check this one. Well, yeah, 6 seconds.
My mother called me Eve.
Her mother called her Eve.
My mother called me Eve.
Okay. I'm going to add this to the session just because. Hannah. This will probably be the last search for the day, but it looks like we have 18 entries found. Wow. Access limited to the first 5 entries. This is the first entry. 20 seconds. You know, we can take a look at this.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
Okay.
It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah Smith. That was full of information. Smith. 31 what street?
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Okay, Gladstone. Alright. And 31, just because of reasons. So it's been added to the list. This one's 7 seconds, 39 seconds, 24. You know what? Let's she is in a... What is the lie detector thing? The, whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
All right. That was interesting. Let's take a look at this clip here.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Alright, about that. Let's listen to that
Across
one
the
more time.
road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
Okay,
The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary.
what?
The midwife told my mother I was dead.
Okay, so she must have had a twin
wasn't.
sister.
She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
My mind is blown. Okay, what was that all about? Alright, so Hannah is her sister. Her name is Hannah, but her mom is called her Eve. She was supposed to have died, at least according to the midwife. The midwife... yeah, let's play this one more time, just because...
Across the road,
Yep.
where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Okay, yeah, we got that.
When Hannah was born,
And Hannah's born, so...
I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help.
Unless there's two women that were
I'd
getting
been
pregnant at the same
throttled by
time.
the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
Okay, so
The
her
midwife
name's
told
Eve.
my mother I was dead. I'd been throttled by the cord,
So-
probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
Her name's actually Eve. Her
The
sister's
midwife
name is Hannah.
Told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't.
And
She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
yeah, yeah. Let's just add this to the session because I might want to return to this to trying to understand what's going on. All right. And unfortunately, this episode's going way over time, but it's how it just tends to be. We did 3 searches, and I may leave it here to see what this clip actually is all about. But yeah, that was rather... I'm going to have to mull that over a bit. Maybe come back in here off camera and just try to piece together what she was saying there, and if her name's actually Hannah, like she said, or if Hannah was her sister and she's Eve, although then she would have lied because she said her name was Hannah in an earlier clip. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Her Story, where I'm somewhat confused at right now, but I will get over it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for terms that we might want to use or prioritize, because I do have a lot of terms that we can go through, and I'm sure in the next episode we'll have too many terms to go through. So let me know which terms you'd like to see we focus on in the next episode. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Her Story. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a good day.